trying to do it a little bit more sparingly so that I don't have so much makeup. What am I saying? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Liz, and if you're new around here, we do lots of beauty related content, mainly makeup tutorials. Today we're going to do a chitty chatty get ready with me. I've just got a lot of things that I want to have a quick chat with you about. A lot of things have changed, and I just chit chatting away while sipping on me Coke, doing my makeup. So if you want to know how I got this makeup look, then please keep on watching. So I'm going to start off with some moisturizer. I'm going to use Hyper Real. I have been using this for months now, when they had the Christmas bundles that had serumizers, balm, and the cleanser in like a little gift set. I got like a million of those, and I've just been slowly going through them, and I'm really sad because I think I just opened another one, and I think I've only got like 2 left, but they've been so good, and it was just so cost efficient. But I'm putting this on first so that I can let it sit. So I'm gonna go in with a bit of the balm. And honestly, these travel sizes have so much in them, you don't need that much. I'm using a little bit more than normal today because my skin is just dry from all of the aircon that I have been in lately. It's starting to get cold, which is fantastic, but the place that I work has aircon for cooling and heating, so it's been super dry. And I just want to let that sit. 24-hour eye base. So I'm in a different area. You can kind of tell, I guess. It's been a while since I posted. I just needed to take a break for the holidays, for Easter, birthdays, all of the things. Work's been hectic, and I just needed a minute. But I'm hoping that I can come back to some sort of a schedule now that I've got everything sorted. I put this through my brows as well. If you're new here, hi. I take it underneath my eyes, on my lid, and I also rub it through the fronts and backs of my eyebrows because Miss Megan told me that I needed to, because Tina Thomas told her that she needed to, and it just works. I'm gonna go in with some brow gel. This is the Pro Locked brow gel, but any gel really would work. I just go in the backs first and kind of like let it sit for a minute, because they're not going to sit flat if the product isn't on the back of the hairs, do you know what I mean? And then I just brush them up, give them a minute to like kind of get tacky. I'm nearly out of this, and I'm on the fence because I've got a couple of things that I need to replace, and MAC is my go-to. But I'm kind of like, do I want to just repurchase, or do I want to try and find a new product to try? Am I willing to be disappointed if it's not up to my standard? With like my MAC products being my benchmark brand, it makes me nervous, you know what I mean? If you have any suggestions, I'd love to see them in the comments. While that's still a little bit tacky, I just remove whatever's on the skin with my fingers. I just rub into 24-hour eye base. Also, do not mind my fingers if you actually get to see them up close today. I did this yesterday, and as I was washing it out, I didn't have gloves on because I was like, oh, it's just a washout. No, stained, so I need to do my nails. I just haven't had time today. Not quite sure what I want to do on my eyes today. I'm thinking I just want to do something simple. I've pulled out this palette here. Because I've moved everything, I've been able to see what's actually in my collection, and there's so many palettes and things that I have from MAC that I absolutely adore that I just haven't remembered are there. This is the palette Pleaser. It's got 12 shadows in it, and it's from the Christmas Frozen Bubbles. I think that's like 2 or 3 years ago now. 3, maybe 4, oh goodness. But it was the big palette that came out. I had gotten this one, and I got the blue one that I think had like 5 shadows in it, but I didn't get the other colors, which I'm kind of kicking myself because we all know I love a limited edition, but anyway, it doesn't matter. I've pulled that, and I've got this. This is the Connect in color. This is what I use pretty much on the daily. It's just a whole bunch of neutrals. So the way that I've set up my camera, you're a little bit further from me, so I'm kind of struggling to see, because I usually wear glasses. If you're new around here and you haven't seen, I wear glasses because I'm blind. So I hope that this is all right. We'll just give this a go and see how we feel about it. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to go in with these two shades here mixed. I saw Kayla Bliss go in with a mixture of these and it was a beautiful shade once combined. I can't read the labels, but in editing I'll put up on the screen what the names are. I'm just gonna take a fluffy brush and I'm just gonna pop this in my crease while we chitty chat. So much has happened and it feels like I don't even know who the person is that was in the last video. I don't remember what the last video was. I did a whole bunch of pre-filming, so I had more time off than what it looks like. I've just been so busy and I feel really, really crappy because I love doing this. I've been doing it for so long. And I just really want to make this a priority again. It helps my brain. But what I've been thinking is, because I do a lot of cooking and I really enjoy cleaning and home stuff when I have the time to do it, mind you, I was thinking about maybe incorporating that into the channel. I really enjoy watching like clean with me's and resets and planning and cooking and meal prepping and stocking freezer videos and all of that. So I'm kind of on the fence whether or not I want to bring that to you guys and whether or not that would be something that you would like to see and enjoy, because I know you're here for the makeup content. That's why you subscribe, because that's all I've ever posted. But I'll pop up a few pictures on the screen of like some of the things that I've done and the stuff that I've made. I'm not sure how I would feel about going on camera like fully head to toe, but I guess it wouldn't really matter because people look at me every day. I don't know. I'm just using that lighter shade to blend out that mixture of the two up into the brows. So I'm kind of thinking like maybe I want to use these nude, almost like purple tone shimmers on the lid. I'm thinking, but then do I want a base? Do I want to put a base down? No, I don't think so. Let's try these without a base. Curious, that blending brush, it's from Morphe and it's the M452. It's just a really big fluffy brush. I'm going to switch to this one. This is kind of like a softer packing brush, and this is from the brand Cosmetica. I got this from Big W last year when they had like the Christmas sets of brushes. So I'm taking the darker shade of those two on that brush, and I just want to put this on the lid. It's got a really nice like duo glitter, but I'm thinking I might have to use my fingers. Let's try it with the finger. Much creamier on the finger, just saying, much, much better. So I'm just using my finger to kind of like blend that, or tap blend into the crease as well, because I kind of want this all over the lid. Definitely a finger application with this shade, but I'm going to do the same steps. So take it on the brush first and then on the lid. So yeah, I'd love to know whether or not that'd be something that you would want to see incorporated onto the channel, or whether or not I should make a second channel so that this one stays makeup and beauty focused and keep it separate. I don't really want to keep it separate, only because it's just a lot more extra work, if you know what I mean. But I'll do it that way because I would really like to do it. I think it would be fun, it'd keep me busy, something to do when I'm not at work. And sometimes I just don't want to put makeup on. Like, I know that sounds crazy, and makeup is like my favorite thing in the world, why not? But sometimes I just don't want to do it. Like, I'm just too tired. So if I'm in the kitchen cooking, I can just turn the camera on. So anyway, I just wiped my finger off. That has like a really pretty, almost like a bluey green, almost purple. Maybe it's got all of those colors in there. It doesn't actually reflect. You know what it reminds me of? It kind of reminds me of that blue brown. Anyway, I'm gonna go in with the lighter one here now with my finger again and just see what that does layering on top, because it's more of like a silver, purpley silver. Put that just in the middle. It adds to it. Definitely more chrome though, that one. I'm gonna just keep that in the middle of the lid. Add a bit of dimension. I'm just gonna take the blending brush again. Whatever's left on it will do the work for me, and just soften that out. I think that's all that we're going to use from that palette. What I'm thinking is a bit of liner. Now, what have I got? I'm just going to go in with the black from, what's it called? It's the brush black. I'm going to leave that for the minute, and I'm going to go in with a pencil brush, if I can see one. This is just a no-name one, and I'm going to go in to this one here. It's just a dark brown, and it's going to go over the edge of that liner, just to smoke it out a little bit. Pull it a little bit, just to create more of like a bit of definition on this outer corner. Nothing crazy. You could do a wing, you could do whatever you like. I just like a little bit of a smoke out. So the other thing that I've been doing is I have been on the hunt for old MAC collection items. And I found the best way to do that is on eBay and on Depop. I haven't bought anything off of eBay yet. I just haven't found anything that really calls to me just yet. I've been trying to, you know, just not buy everything that I see. But Depop has become one of my favorite places to look for. And it's not like I find something every day. I check every day. And every now and again, someone posts something new and exciting, and I get really nostalgic. So I've actually got quite a few little bits and bobs that I have been collecting from Depop, and I'm thinking I'm gonna do a video when I finish this, showing you what I've found, because I think it's really cool. Like MAC's previous collections, some of them have become so iconic, and some of them have become so hard to find, and when you do see them, they're just so like, oh my goodness. So I think that's what I'm going to do for eyeshadow. I'm going to go in with a bit of mascara. So let me know if that's something that you would like to see as well, like a monthly Depop haul or something, because I don't see myself stopping. I might slow down a little bit if there's nothing there that I get, but that's been my current obsession. Okay, so I'm just going to leave my eyes for a little bit, and I'm going to go onto the skin. I'm going to take this is the Studio Radiance primer, just a little bit, not too much. I have really fallen in love with this primer. Considering I am a matte girly, this has just changed the game. It just feels so nice. And I mean, the matte one does too as well. But I kind of put in the specific areas that I want it to fill and mattify, whereas this I can kind of put all over, if that makes sense. So I wanted to try something new. You guys have seen this concealer on my channel before. This is the MCO Beauty Brighten and Perfect. And I was at the reject shop the other day, and I saw a couple of darker shades, and I thought they would be really nice for contouring and a bit of underpainting, because I'm still mixing and matching concealers to figure out which one I like best. So I figure I've now got the three different tones. That could be something interesting to try. So I can't even read that. So I've got the shades Medium Deep 2 and Dark 3 Deep, and then my light one is Light 2 Fair. So what I'm going to do is take the darkest concealer, and I'm just going to do my underpainting with it today on the darkest parts, and then I'm going to go in with the medium one. This one's almost like a bronzy shade, which is quite cool. And I'm gonna just leave that for now and go in with my Pro Foundation and Buffing brush. And I'm just gonna pat all of that in together. Okay, so I'm going to go in with a bit of blush. This is Heat Index, and it's a Glow Play cream blush. I'm just going to take that on. This is the foundation brush from MCO Beauty. And the pink of this isn't going to be so bright. It's just going to be here for the minute. It ties in with the pink tones in the eye, which I think is really, really just subtle enough. So I'm just tapping that in up to the temple as well to kind of create that swept up cheek. Okay, so now I'm going to go in with a bit of the concealer. Normally, the way that because I wear glasses, my darkest part is underneath my eyes. I typically don't really do underpainting concealer, but for the sake of this today, I'm just going to do a little bit and just see how we go. I've got a little, this is just a no-name fluffy brush. I like to do at least the first layer of concealer with the fluffy brush because it blends it out better, I think, than using my normal foundation brush, because it's the softest, like it's the softer bristle, so it blends more. Okay, so this is the first layer down. I'm going to go in with Radiance Fix Plus. Give that a really good spritz so that it brings everything together for our foundation. For my foundation, I'm going to go in with Studio Fix. I am in the shade N4.5. I'm going to take my normal foundation brush. Usually about 2 pumps does my face, but I'm kind of trying to do it a little bit more sparingly so that I don't have so much makeup. What am I saying? So I'm starting in the center of my face where I need the most help, and I'll just use pushing in motions. At this point, there's quite a bit of product on my skin, so I just want to make sure that I'm pushing it in, not smearing it in, especially because we've laid down specific colors in specific areas. I am going to take a bit extra today down my neck because that concealer that I put on around my jawline, I put more because, you know, the first time using it, I put more than what was needed. So I just want to make sure that everything's extra blended. I'm going to go in with another spray of Radiance. Okay, so pretty much that is all the creams that I'm going to put on today. I don't really want to put anything else on, so we're going to go in with our final layer to powder everything down. First thing I'm going to do is go in with this palette here. This is the light to medium Studio Fix. And I'm going to mix the bottom row just on the brush, just tapping it all in. And this is going to set the cream contour. The next thing I'm going to do is go in with an actual contour powder. This is Omega. It's actually a sheer tone blush. This is the Sculpt and Glow Duo. Just on a little blendy brush here. And really, I just want it there. Just enough to really show that that's where the hollow is. I don't need it anywhere else. I just want it there. And then I'm just going to tap over that with the brush we used for the Studio Fix powder. So now I'm going to go in with a bit of bronzer. And this one actually came in the mail today. I'm really excited to use this. This is called Your Wish Is My Command. It's a powder blush, but it's in like a... I don't know at what point that cut off. So if it did cut off and I've missed some things, I'll put them up on the screen somewhere. Sorry guys. Blush is what we're gonna do next. And I'm gonna mix three. I think we're gonna do 3 blushes today. I'm gonna start off with this one. This is called Plum Foolery. And I'm gonna start with that as our base because this will pull close to the eye color. Then on top of that, to match in with our base color, so it'll pull in all of the tones, I'm gonna go in with this. This is called Rosy Cheeks, an extra dimension blush. Don't need a lot of it. Just gonna sandwich that in. And that will pull through that really pink tone. Then on top of that, I'm gonna sandwich Plum Foolery again, just so it's not so harsh. And then as kind of like a blush topper slash highlight, I'm going to go into the pink. I'm just going to take the opposite side of the brush that I used for my contour shade for Omega. Go over the blush, but also in the highlight area. So it's kind of like a draping blush. So the last thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take a bit of an angled brush. This is just a no-name brush. I'm going to take a mix of the top 3 shades in the Studio Fix Sculpt palette. And this I'm going to go underneath my eyes. Just to make sure that everything's set and comfortable under there. Because that sparkle from the eyeshadow has a blue tone to it as well. Depending on how dark your circles are, you could go in with a bit more concealer, do like your second layer. I'm not going to worry about it because I wear glasses. But does anybody else hate when you get itchy? Like, why does it happen the second that you're nearly finished? I'm going to finish out the face with Stay Over. That one's nearly empty. Alright, now I'm going to go and I'm going to fill in my eyebrows, put my lashes on, and we'll be back to do the lip combo. I just am going to use my normal 88 Stunner Lash and brows. At the moment, I'm just filling them in with the Builder Brow. This is from Maybelline. I should have gone the dark one. I got the medium one. I should have gone the dark one because the medium one, it's just too light. It's almost like a blonde, which I thought the light one would be. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'll be back to finish up the base. Okay, so I've gone in, done my brows, done my lashes. Now we're gonna go in and do our lip. So I've gone through, and today I'm feeling like I don't want a matte lip. I want to match in with the vibe of the skin, which is very juiced up, in Miss Megan's words. If you know, you know. This is not my typical go-to, but I'm really, really vibing it. So I'm gonna go in with this Stone lip liner. I'm just gonna line my lips. I'm just gonna leave it like that for the minute. And I've got 2 lipsticks here. So we've got Syrup, which is a luster glass, and thinks it's MAC. So I'm gonna go in with Syrup first because it's just a tiny little bit darker. And it really pulls that pink through to match the eyes and the cheeks. So just to tone it down just a little bit because it's not the same pink tone as the eyes, I'm going to go over the top with Thanks It's MAC. Mix those together, and then I'm going to go back in with Stone. And then on top of that, we're gonna go on with a lip gloss. We're gonna go on with a little bit of Oyster Girl. And what I'm gonna do is get quite a bit of it out on my hand first. I don't mind putting lip gloss and lipstick mixings, whatever, especially on my own personal ones, but I much prefer to get a whole bunch of it on the applicator first. And then I don't need to worry. The last thing that I'm gonna do is I'm going to take my Pro Set and Blow powder. This is just the translucent one. This was in the, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, 3 years ago. It was a Valentine's Day collection a handful of years ago. I do believe I actually have a video of it way back, further back on the channel. I'm gonna take a puff and a little bit of that. Really, I just wanna put this underneath my eyes because I don't mind the glow, but I think it's a bit much and I need to feel comfortable. So I'm just gonna put a little bit just under the eyes there and on my nose because my glasses, and then on my chin and here. That's all I'm gonna do because I do like the skin everywhere else. It is nice. So I'm gonna let that sit for a second and then go in with a brush and blend it out. Alrighty, so that is it for this chitty chatty get ready with me. I hope you enjoyed. I'd love to know whether or not you are up for seeing a more diverse range of content or whether or not I should start up a second channel. Please let me know because I definitely really want to do it. I love cooking and I love homemaking. So why not? Why not? I don't know. We'll see. I'd love to know your thoughts and opinions. Yeah, and I hope you're having a fantastic day or night wherever you are and whenever you're watching. Have a great day, guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.